Hi, Tim Blankenship here with Divorce661.com, and today I want to talk about ex parte hearings. Ex parte hearings simply means emergency hearings when it comes to divorce. The ex parte portion of the word stands for giving little notice, essentially. Ex parte means you can go to court just giving 24 hours notice as opposed to filing a regular motion with the court. And the idea between ex parte motions, again, is they're supposed to be emergencies. And lately the courts have taken that much more seriously, a more closely defined meaning of emergency. I'll give you an example. Several years ago, you could file an ex parte motion for just about anything if you deemed it to be an emergency, financial reasons, things of that nature. And over the years, they've gotten more strict on what they allow to be filed as an ex parte. So what happens on ex parte is you go in, court doesn't know you're going to show up that day. You've only given 24-hour notice in most cases to the other party, and you're just showing up in court. So you're not on the court's calendar. You're basically interrupting the court, essentially, is what's going on, although this is a standard practice. So you appear at the hearing, and the first decision the judge needs to make is if this is, in fact, an emergency worthy of being heard without proper notice. And this is where the courts are getting more strict. And a specific example is last week we filed an ex parte motion, and this was based on an attorney recommendation. And the issue was that one of the spouses moved out, the main breadwinner, and of the rental home that the couple lived in, and didn't stop paying the rent altogether. Now, 2 months behind, the spouse is receiving eviction notices, and here we are coming up on December 31st here shortly, and that's when the eviction process will start. She has the kids with her and is facing not foreclosure, but eviction from their rental property. So we went in on an ex parte motion and filed for emergency, requesting that the spouse that moved out bring the rent current so she's not evicted, and the court denied the ex parte hearing and said set it on the regular calendar. The problem with the regular calendar is the courts are so backlogged, it can take 3 or even 4 months before you find yourself in court to have your issue heard. And that's an extraordinarily long time, especially since in this particular case, if nothing changes with her ability to pay rent, she'll be evicted before she ever has her court hearing. So to me, this is a true emergency, but again, to the courts, they are more strictly aligning themselves with the true nature of emergency. And we're finding that unless there's really, as I say, blood on the floor, something extraordinary happening, they're going to deny your ex parte motion. And what's even worse now is before they deny the ex parte hearing and set it on the regular calendar, you'd be there on that day and they'd say, no, this is not an emergency. We're going to set this for 3 months from now on the regular calendar, give proper notice, et cetera, et cetera. Now they're denying the ex partes and they're not putting it on the regular calendar. They're saying refile. The problem with this is you have to pay the filing fees twice. So you'd file for your ex parte, and then that's denied. You have to file your motion all over again on the regular calendar and pay the fee again. And that's just, I think they're trying to stop people from filing ex partes that aren't true ex partes. So just wanted to share that with you. Tim with Divorce661.com. Please give me a call for a free consultation, 661-281-0266, and talk to you soon.